Hey folks, welcome to iHeart Board Games, where today we're getting into the top 10 modern classics. I'm here with Drew.
Hey.
I'm here with Cortland.
Hi.
I'm Jesse. And so for this list, I think we're going to do something a little different. I'm not going to bring my top 10 to the table. I'll save it for the end, where I just kind of spew them out there, because I think there's going to be a lot of crossover. In fact, Drew had this idea where you try to guess how many crossovers, and you can guess that in the comments as well. So how many crossovers do you think these two have? A little background about them. They're married, so they play a lot of the same games.
We're going to have probably a lot of crossovers.
Put a number to it.
I'm excited to see.
Who's going to be?
I think that we're going to have at least 4.
4?
4.
I'm going way higher.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I didn't look.
We did not do our list together, by the way. We don't know what's on each other's list.
I'm excited for the reveal. Also, I mean, if they're not crossover, just assume hers is wrong and mine is right.
Oh, no. Who's been playing board games longer?
Yeah, but who's correct?
Who brought him in? Who brought him into this hobby?
All right, let me pick a number. I'm gonna say
More about that on
1, 2,
Yeah.
3. I'm gonna go. Okay, 4 is close. I'll say 6.
Okay.
6.
6 crossovers.
6 is
you
a
may as
lot.
well have just done one list
We should have
together.
just done one list. We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. I think it's 4. I think
Kept
4.
it secret.
All right, you want to start with me?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
You can go
So we're
first.
doing honorable mentions first.
Well, my number, I only kind of have one. My number 10 was this one, and I was gonna do Munchkin, and I know it's not popular, but it is, like, a lot of people like that game. It's a popular game.
It's a popular
I enjoy
game.
that game.
It's just not popular with us.
with like kind of more the gaming groups,
Yeah.
I guess. But I think it's really good. I think it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But I took that one out and put in Dixit.
For your number 10?
For my number 10 is Dixit.
oh.
Is that a crossover?
No, we weren't supposed to do number 10 yet.
No, why not?
She has honorable mentions.
I have an honorable mention.
Oh, do yours then.
Okay. My honorable mention is Dixit.
Did you put Munchkin
you'll
as your
have to
number
wait
10?
and see. You'll have to wait and see.
So I guess that's technically a crossover, even though it's an honorable mention.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
counts for me to get to 6.
Whatever.
That counts.
Okay, but I was doing a lot of research. I played Dixit a long time ago. I'm not sure when it came out, but I love the game. I love the abstractness about it. It's like a very chill, laid back game.
My guess is 2007.
I like any game
Probably.
where you're having to give clues and try and interpret those clues. I guess kind of deductive clue giving.
Yeah, and I love the art in it. I think it's a
2008.
beautiful game. Yeah, that is really close. But that was an honorable mention. It
You
didn't
played
make
Stella?
no.
Oh, Stella's a great version.
I heard that Stella is even
We should play
better.
that one.
Yeah.
We should.
Have you played it?
Jesse has it. I haven't played it yet. I watched it.
Ah,
I haven't
it's
played
very
it.
good. It's my preferred way of playing Dixit.
All right.
Is it so different than the original?
So it says on the box it uses Dixit cards so you can interchange them. In fact, the backs are still say Dixit.
That is really
But it just
nice.
makes a new rule set that I think includes more people.
It's like almost like kind of mixes in like a code names thing, right? Where there's like
Not
multiple
really.
that could be right.
Well, really briefly, what it does is you put out a word, let's say adventurous or something like that, and it has a grid, a 5x3 of Dixit cards. And so on your sheet, you have a 5x3 that you're using a marker on. And so you're saying, you're just putting X's on which one make you think adventurous. And you're trying to match with others.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So no one has
So
no
it's
one
like
has
code
that
names, but
pressure.
the correct answers are the ones everyone else is guessing. Sort of. I know I stretch, but
That's a little bit of a
I
stretch.
was like, oh, I don't know about that.
But the problem in Dixit that a lot of people have is that they don't like the pressure of having to come up with a name and
Yeah.
feel that way.
Yeah.
So this one takes that out, and you're just trying to match. You know, whatever makes you feel the way it feels.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you match with
we
others.
should. I would get that. I like that.
It's a good game.
I liked Dixit. I don't think it would be one that I would buy now, but I liked it.
Stella kills Dixit for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to play Dixit anymore. If someone wants to play that style game, we'll break out Stella.
Nice.
Okay. Well, no spoilers, but on to my number 10.
Okay,
And
now
I don't know
do
if
your
you've
number
heard of this
10.
Yet, but Munchkin. What do you how to feel about Munchkin?
I hate that game.
Yep.
You also hate it.
So we have a top 10 games we don't like. It's somewhere.
It's on there.
for me.
My thing is, I know people don't like the take that games, but if you know what you're getting into, I enjoy it. I do. I think it's fun. I don't care if I'm at level 9 and you throw me back to 1. I laugh about it and we move on. It's fun.
It's different types of gamers. When I first started getting into the board game, I wanted to win. I didn't like to lose.
Yeah.
And now I'm more.
Yeah, if you're worried
Yeah.
about winning and losing.
And it was not a good
it's
game
not
for
for
me.
you.
But I'm a more laid back gamer now, so I don't think I would be so upset about it now. But
Yeah.
I still do not enjoy take that games.
Yeah, it's the fun experience, and for new gamers, they can win and feel good about it. I feel like.
Yeah, because it's very simple. It's just card drafting. So it's kicking in the door.
I hate getting stuck in the final room though.
Just
That the room 9, room 10, it's just like an endless cycle.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like Kingmaker where they just start going for you, kind of. But
And I also hate the Kingmaker mechanism.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game's not a great
Well,
one
I mean,
for
any
me.
game like that is like.
But why did you put it at Modern Classic?
Yeah, just because I think it is up there. So some stores have whole Munchkin selections. There's so many versions of Munchkin. It's a
Yeah.
pretty popular game, pretty well known. And I, for one, think it's a pretty good one. And I think it's
So that's your number 10?
That's my number 10.
Yeah, I guess there's 2 ways to go about this list. It's 10 modern classics that you think will be modern classics regardless of what I think of them.
Right.
Or is there top 10 modern classics that I actually like?
See,
Yeah.
I kind of went with the first way that you organized it. Like, I don't particularly like a couple of these games on my list, but I feel like they deserve their spot.
This one for me is a mixture of both. So I thought of games that are like the modern classics, and then they go up and down based on how much I like to play them. And so that way, my list is a little more applicable to like if you want to go buy them or something. But
Mine kind of does that, maybe. We'll
Yeah.
see.
all right, what's your number?
Not
10?
sure. My number 10? Hold on, let me look. My number 10, okay, this is a risk. Okay, and I don't know if y'all are going to be like,
Is
what?
it risk?
Take?
No, it's not a
Number
hot take. But and that's why it's at number 10. It's a newer game, but I feel like
Oh.
it has lasting staying power. It has the
Can I guess?
popularity.
Already.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, do I get? I don't want to ruin
No,
something
you-
from later on.
You get one guess.
All right, I'm going Wingspan.
No, it's
Okay.
Gloomhaven.
Oh,
Okay, and I know that.
Classic Gloomhaven.
But I mean, I know it's really new. It's from, I wrote down the years. It's from 2021.
I mean, classic in the sense of like Twilight Imperium.
Well, like I
but
said,
it's not going to be like mass market classic, I guess.
But I think that amongst board gamers, it is a hugely popular game. They already have Frosthaven. They've already done a reprint of Gloomhaven, and it's been out for 4 years now, and they've already reprinted it. So I feel like it deserved a spot. Like I said, it was maybe a little risk, but
What do
I
you
put
think,
it there.
Jesse? Modern classic
doesn't.
Gloomhaven.
He doesn't agree.
Yeah.
Feel free to call it.
I did not put that
okay.
on my list, and I don't think it would be. Like, I gotta think, will it be on shelves 20 years from now?
I feel like
Well,
it
we see a well, we have seen Target
I mean,
version of Gloomhaven. So
Yeah.
we have some-
It's at Barnes and Noble.
good
And there's not
point.
going to be another dungeon crawl at Barnes and Noble, right?
So I forgot about Jaws of the Lion.
Jaws
Yeah.
of the Lion, yeah.
Would that be a modern classic? It doesn't
it
have
would be Jaws, yeah.
Maybe not, but I was thinking of games where I was like, okay, we have our obvious modern classics, which we'll probably get to, but for these few,
spinning.
What do I say?
That's what I was saying. Though.
Yeah.
What do you think about like Twilight Imperium being a modern classic?
Twilight Imperium. Oh,
Would you consider that?
it's classic for gamers. It's
Right.
not really classic for
Yeah, so
a
that's
mass
what I kind of
market.
mean. Like Gloomhaven could be classic for gamers.
yeah.
So let's establish what the classics are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we thinking it's like checkers and chess and stuff
Well,
like that?
Cortland apparently is thinking that it's for
I don't
gamers.
know,
It's whatever she
yeah.
wants at the time.
I don't know. I'd like obviously Monopoly and Life are your classics, but I feel like board gaming as a hobby has really expanded. Like
Yeah.
people play more than just board game, more than just Monopoly and more than just Life. So I feel like Gloomhaven might be a deep dive, and maybe it's not as modern classic-y.
Yeah, go ahead
Hence
and
why it
share
was
out
number
in the
10.
comments for that.
Hence why it was number 10. But I feel like the board gaming hobby is becoming so much more inclusive, so much more popular that I think if people were to get into board gaming, Gloomhaven will be a staple
Hey, it
that
is
stays
in Barnes
around
and
for a
Noble.
long
And I
time.
don't disagree. I see where you're coming from. I didn't go with that. And
Yeah.
obviously no one else would. But no, it's fine. It's good.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. That's good. That's good.
Crazy pick.
I said it could have been a hard shot right there.
Yeah,
There you
number
go.
9?
Yeah,
Let
number
us know
9.
what you think in the comments. Of course.
Yeah, please.
This is gonna be the root debacle.
It's just going to be the comments of just showing.
She's wrong. She's wrong.
What's the title of the video is going to be like, come Clickbait. Gloomhaven, a modern classic?
Sorry.
All right, my number 9 is definitely a little bit classic. It's a big classic. I'm going with, probably should have been maybe higher on the list, but Splendor. Because I just think it's a very popular game. It's one, I really love the game. And maybe it could have been higher, but we'll see. I got some other ones coming up.
That's certainly going to be.
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's probably one of the crossovers, if I had to guess.
Who knows?
Considering we do play a lot of the same games.
Splendor was one of the very first games that we ever started playing when I started playing board games, and I loved it. Like, could play it over and over and over again. And I think it's also so accessible.
Has it cooled?
Right.
Yeah, it's cooled. And I haven't played Splendor Duel, and I've heard great things about it.
That's great.
Yeah, I would love to play it.
I think it's good. It fits in that niche of where I'm going to play it with, kind of maybe non-gamers or family.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy playing it. I do. It's not really cool. I mean, I'm not going to pull it out, at game night with the boys, but...
Yeah, but I still think it's very accessible. And, like, if we're going more towards the non-board gamers modern classic, I think Splendor fits right in.
Yeah, it's a great little strategy game. It's, I would say, a modern classic.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
My number 9. I did... Sorry.
No.
Oh. Face down.
My number 9 is Azul.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it towards the end of the list, kind of the same reason as Gloomhaven. It's more new. But I feel like the tile drafting has become really popular, and I feel like Azul is one of the ones that does it best. It's in Target. I think it's in Walmart.
Yeah.
And we have played it
Would you
with...
say that it has stabilized itself as a classic already, or that it will?
I think that it kind of is a classic already.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a staple for people entering into the board game hobby.
I agree.
And we played it with gamers and non-gamers alike, and it is a hit every time.
It's a good game.
It's easy, it's quick.
Was that one on your list?
It is on my list, yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost a good game.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's like,
Where'd
it's
you have
way
it
up
on?
there.
Is it? So you disagree with her being low? If mine's higher, then maybe Cortland's just wrong.
I don't know. That might be a theme of this video.
Well, I'm curious to know what's higher.
Gloomhaven a 10.
Whatever.
Hey, mine Azul might not even be on my list. We'll see.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
well,
is-
what's number 8?
Number 8. Let me pull up my list here. Ooh. I think, you know what what classic means? Is it in Target? And Everdell is in Target.
I almost put this on my list.
It's a great game. And it's
a great game.
in Target. I think we played it with my mom, who's, not really a gamer. She's a trooper, though. And play it with anybody. I've met people at work who don't really play games, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've played Everdell." Mm-hmm. So to me, yeah,
Okay.
I
think
love-
it's growing, and it's
yeah, it has so many expansions. I love the art. The art's beautiful.
Yeah. And the components are great too.
Yes,
I don't know
yes.
that it's necessarily established as a classic yet, but
I think it will.
being in Target and at stores, I don't think it's going.
It's a good little worker
and
placement.
more people will pick it up
Engine builder.
and learn.
I
The
like
challenge of it is, I think it's like at a $50 or $60 price point right now.
Yeah.
So is there a way to bring Everdell to a lower price point yet still make it more attractive?
That's
Because
a
the
good point.
components are a big part of it.
Right.
Whereas some other board games have cheapened out and went with like paper components. I think Raiders of the North Sea did that, the Viking edition, and people just won't touch it because it's $20, but it's all just paper and it's
ugly.
no fun.
Yeah.
So if Everdell cheaps out, it'll be more accessible, but will it be as
Yeah,
fun?
you kind of have to
Well-
find that balance, like almost like Splendor, where it has the nice chunky pieces people can play with.
Yeah, like
People
the
that.
little
poker chips,
the
yeah.
chits.
Yeah. But
Well-
not being $60.
And I mean, $60 is, it's not cheap, but for board games, I feel like that's almost become a staple price.
They would love it to be that way.
Yeah. So
That to be the norm.
I feel like that is becoming the norm, if not already the norm
Yeah, I
for
think
most games.
People who are to make it become a classic, people who aren't gamers are going to, walking through Target. They're probably not going to buy the $60 game. They don't know much about games in the first.
I mean,
That's
you
the thing.
say that, but I was in Target one time and a guy literally picked it up and looked at me and said, "Hey, do you play board games?" And I was like, "Yeah." Hence why I'm here. And he said, "I have a nephew who's 13. Do you think he would like this game?" And I said, I think he would. Maybe if you really sat down and played it with him and explained it, might have been a little too young, but
Yeah, I would have recommended something else.
13? That's not too bad.
I don't think it was that bad. I think Everdell's.
Base game Everdell?
I mean, is he going to have the best engine? No. But he's going to
gonna
put the
score
cards
that.
down.
You're saying you would crush that 13.
Obviously.
All right, what's your number 9?
Okay, no, my number 8, right? 8.
is it 8?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Is Dominion.
Wow, Dominion.
Yeah, Dominion. I picked Dominion. It came out in 2008, so it's been around for a while. It has, I think I Googled it, 16 expansions to it.
Sounds about right.
And we have a few of them. I love Dominion. It was wasn't it the first game to kind of do the mechanism?
Yeah,
What is it
deck
called?
building.
Deck building, yeah. And so I feel like that gives it plus points right there. And it's also kind of a staple in the board gamers classic collection.
Yeah,
I feel like
I agree.
deck building's becoming much more popular,
The
but
board game
Dominion did it
classic.
first.
I used to have that game. I still don't mind playing it. We did a top 10 of games people don't like or we don't like. It wasn't on my top 10, but it was on someone else's in the room. I mean, I played it like just a couple months ago. I don't need to own it. If someone's really crazy about it, I'll play it with them. They know all the best modules to throw in there, the best
Yeah.
expansions. I'm not going to know that, and I'm not going to go through 16 expansions to find out.
Or buy all 16 of them.
Yeah.
Do you think? Would you consider it a classic?
It is definitely the most possible classic of deck builders. I don't think Clank or anything will stand out more. I think
Maybe
that's more of a
Dune.
gamer's game.
Yeah.
Like Dune's pretty popular. Dune
No,
Imperial.
but I feel like Dune's a gamer's
Might
game.
have something there because
they have like the big.
I believe that
too, yeah.
not that in the big box stores now. Dune.
It is. It's in Target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in Target. So yeah, Dominion's not in Target,
Yeah, I don't think Dominion's in Target.
but
I mean,
Dune
the
is.
price point for printing it though
Dominion is
would
probably
be, 'cause it's just a stack of cards. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, the insert's also really nice.
It is nice.
So maybe on a third edition if they want to hit it really hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really up to the company that has it. I don't remember which company has it, but that makes it the likelihood of them being in a Target or Walmart becoming
Yeah.
a modern classic more likely.
Yeah, true. But
And I don't. That's not to say that you must be in Target or must be in Walmart to be a modern classic. It just becomes more of a gamer's classic. Like
Yeah.
you won't 60 years down the line when you're at grandma's house and you open up like a odd drawer, you won't find Dominion sitting in there.
yes, you will, Jesse. Just wait.
So that's your criteria for classic. Does
in a
Grandma have
way, in a
it?
way. I'm just trying to hit all the
No,
bases that other people are probably going to
Yeah,
think of.
if you open a closet, will you see it in there? I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot of people have a game closet. And you open it,
And we're talking
there's
about 50 years from
Monopoly
now,
and Uno, and
Yeah.
yeah, anytime.
I guess I really approached this list as a gamer, and we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, some of mine are. So
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
well,
let's move
just
on.
Don't read the comments.
Yeah. Let's move on. Number 7.
Number 7. This one is also probably a little bit more of a gamer game,
Oh.
but a lot of these are actually. Wingspan.
Oh.
Wingspan, yeah.
Wingspan?
Yeah, not a
You?
fan. Not look, it's a good game.
It is a
Drew
good
doesn't
game.
like
I don't pull it out. Cortland always wants to play Wingspan. It's her favorite game.
Well, we'll see about that.
We'll see.
We'll see about that.
And I just don't. I'd rather play something else.
I love it. It's a beautiful game.
Have you played the expansions?
We played the Nectar expansion.
The Southeast
Wild-
Asia
yeah,
one.
Southeast Asia, which it's fine.
Or
They're all
Pacific
fine.
Asian.
It just doesn't feel
One of those.
I like that it changes the board.
decision making to me.
Does it? I can't even remember.
The one that replaces your board. That's the one I like. Them Oceania.
Yeah.
That is the one we played.
Yeah.
Yes. That
But,
has the extra
I
food.
will say, I just think that that's going to be one, probably more of a board gamer staple, but I think it's going to be here to stay.
You say that, but when like Dice Tower does their like People's Choice, and I mean maybe it's board gamers watching Dice Tower, but it is up there every single time. It is in Target.
Yeah, I think, Wingspan to me is like probably a little more popular than Everdell.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Everdell's a better game,
Agree to
but
disagree.
Wingspan is very pretty popular, and for that reason, it is my number
7.
7.
Number whatever it was.
Well, my number 7 is a crossover. It is Splendor.
Splendor.
Love Splendor. We've said a lot about Splendor already, so just to be quick, it's a great game. We played it with your parents who are older and not really board gamers, and they love it. Your dad loves it.
If dad can play it,
Anyone can play it if he can play it. That is true. And it's just it's quick. I do appreciate that it's a faster paced game. It's a good one.
I like nice short strategy games.
That's one you're going to find at grandma's house in 50 years from now.
I agree.
in a drawer.
I think so.
I think they said like it's like getting to levels that like Ticket to Ride is as far as sales.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be there for a long time.
And I like that it's a small box too.
You had any crossovers with?
Oh yeah.
us?
We'll go over all that
We'll go-
once we
okay.
get to the past the number ones. We'll have a little discussion about all these.
All
that may
right.
not have been touched on.
On to number
6.
6. Number 6. I went with, I think is absolutely, maybe could be higher on the list. Pandemic.
Oh.
Pandemic. I think that's a classic. I absolutely think we'll see that in Grandma's closet in 50 years. No doubt about it.
Maybe not the legacy ones.
No, not, but just the classic Pandemic, the regular Pandemic. I think that's like one of their first games they get. And it's a great game. At this point, I think there's games that replace it. I like co-op games. Cortland's not as big of a fan. And so I do like Pandemic, but yeah, I'd probably pick other co-op games at this point. But I definitely still enjoy Pandemic and would love to play it with anyone that wants to play
I've played a lot of Pandemic for someone who isn't much of a fan of Pandemic. I've played a lot of it. Because it is one of those games that when you're first getting into the hobby, you play. And
Do you actually not like the game, or do you just not like alpha gamers?
It does lend itself to being something that could be overrun by an alpha gamer. Don't like that.
Yeah.
And it's a good game. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. It's just not my favorite. I'm not a co-op. I don't even really like a lot of player interaction. I like to build my own. That's why I love Wingspan. I build my own little engine and do my own thing.
Pandemic in silent mode. No one talks the whole time.
Honestly,
You just make
that
your
would be
moves
kind
and
of
you just
fun.
go,
We would lose so quickly. Oh, that is
talk
funny.
about there's like the different difficulties. That's the max difficulty.
That is
Can't
funny.
talk.
Can't talk. No communication. You can talk about other things.
Oh yeah, that would be really. So, how do you feel about going to South America? That's funny.
All right, what is your
My number 6. I think that honestly, this could be a little bit higher on the list. Just don't look at it.
It's so hard. Just put it face down, please.
It's Codenames. It's Codenames.
Codenames. That's
I think it's a good.
That's in Targets and stuff.
It's in Target. We've played it with so many different types of people. It's a small box game like Splendor, so I feel like it has more lasting power than like the big chunky boxes.
Did you?
It's quick. It's a like party game. People love party games.
Yeah.
True.
And I thought that it would be a really good addition to this list. And it's not a gamer's game. Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's a good game.
Yeah. It's a great game.
I'm pretty sure I wrote that down. Have you played Duet?
Yes.
That's the one I prefer.
We're really bad at Duet. We got rid of it.
Not we.
No,
Well,
I like Duet. We just don't. She doesn't. We didn't play. She didn't play enough.
we played a few games and it would just end up being like, what do you mean this was that was that
Played with
clue?
some other people a few times, but it just didn't come off the shelf enough.
Yeah, we called it, but we liked it for what
Yeah,
it was.
it's a great game.
You still have the base game?
Yes.
Okay.
Still have the base game. Bring it with us quite often when we go to like family
I don't wanna say
events.
too much yet.
Yeah, so
Oh,
All right. What's where are we going?
number 5. Come on now.
Number 5.
it is.
So this one, only because it's just not my favorite game. I do like the game. I enjoy it a lot. But here's the obvious crossover. Catan is my number 5.
Number 5.
It's a great game. It's obviously, I think, the most classic. We just got a Barnes & Noble in our town, and there's a whole...
Section of just Catan. Yeah, just Catan.
So it's obviously made a name for
Or is it
itself.
Catan? I don't know. I've heard it said.
I always say Catan.
I always say Catan.
but-
Yeah.
I have to wait for the movie to come out to really establish it.
There's a movie?
There's been talk of a movie. For a
Oh
long
my
time.
goodness.
We don't call it Settlers, that's for sure.
No.
So yeah, there was
cut
my...
that.
That's the old version.
Catan.
Yeah, they reprinted.
Yeah, I didn't think... like I said, maybe it should have been higher just because it is the classic of classics. But
That's okay.
Yeah, that'll last.
It's already lasted. It came out in 1995.
That's true.
Is it on your list?
Maybe.
So the fun story about Catan before like board gaming was everywhere is so in 1995 when it came out, it was just in Germany, wasn't here.
Yes.
And so what people would have to do is they'd ship it in, and you'd have to go meet someone in a parking lot, and they'd open their trunk
Oh,
and
that's
there'd be
sketch.
all these Catan copies, and
You
that's
got
the
me
only
in
way to
that
get
Catan.
it. That's the only way.
Do you have seafarers? That's
I'll
funny.
trade you some sheep.
Seafarers.
Okay, that was my favorite expansion, Seafarers. Number 5, mine is kind of like yours. It definitely is a super modern classic, but I don't like it, so I didn't put it. I didn't put it higher up, but it is Ticket to Ride.
I forgot Ticket to Ride when you said it. I said, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it should be on the
That
list.
is a classic. Yeah.
Don't talk about it in the comments.
I think
Spare me.
it's okay. They're gonna eviscerate me for Gloomhaven. But no, Ticket to Ride is such a classic game. But oh my Lanta, is it boring? What is that a hot take? Oh, maybe if I played more of the expansions, I would like it more.
I haven't played it in a while.
We played it with Grant forever ago, and it was just
I think it still holds up. I think it's a good game.
Matt is coming for you.
maybe. Is he a big Ticket to Ride
Matt's a
fan?
big-
It's like his number one favorite game.
Oof. Sorry, Matt. Please still let me play Fromage. But no, it's just not my favorite. I didn't hate it. It was quick. It was fun for what it was. But I
It's
feel
set collection. That's like your
I
favorite
do
mechanic.
love set collection, but I feel like it just. I don't know. The complexity is super,
Wait,
super low.
Ticket to Ride set collection?
Wait. I mean, yeah, you.
routes. There's
Well, you collect the sets
expansions.
in your card, right?
Yeah, but you spend them as
Yeah.
you go.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. See, that shows how long ago
well,
we
you
played it.
It's been a while. Since
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
No, there are expansions that cover every little base, like set collection and everything like that. So
Well,
That's why we keep Jesse to correct our.
yes.
that's what I'm hearing. I'm the board game expert.
But yeah, maybe if I played more expansions, I would like it more. But just playing the base game wasn't my favorite, but I can appreciate its lasting power and appreciate that
Can't wait to hear
it definitely
Jesse's
is a
list.
classic.
Where's Ticket to Ride on your list? Can we
Probably
know that
high
yet?
up. Probably high up.
This is the right.
I'll
answer.
go over it a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
wait.
Okay, Jerby, number 4.
Number 4. Oh, this is exciting.
You should just probably have that pulled up.
It's a crossover.
Oh,
How many crossovers have we had? Because we are
I wasn't
maybe
counting.
not hitting 6.
It's okay.
Dominion.
Oh, you made fun of me?
I did. It's a great game. You're right. It's kind of maybe board game or classic. Probably won't be in Grandma's closet, but I don't care. It's Dominion. It's a big game. I love it.
It was like Drew's first game that he bought
It is the first game I bought.
because I came
Which
with mini
started
games.
the buying addiction.
Yes.
Like there's like the game that got you interested, and then the game that started the actual addiction.
Yeah.
And that was Dominion for me. Because like you buy that game and then you open it, and then you learn it and you play it, and you're like, wow, that was awesome. And then that you just chase that high for the rest of your life.
Wow. Yeah, my first deck builder actually wasn't Dominion. It was Legendary.
Okay.
Have either of you played that one?
Yeah.
No.
It was actually one of the first board games we bought.
That's Denver's favorite. He has like
Yeah.
every expansion.
So yeah, the first 2 games we bought Munchkin Deluxe and Legendary.
Oh, wow.
What a combo.
What a
One of
combo.
those have been
One
called.
made it
The
to
other
the
one
trash.
yeah.
Immediately garbage.
Let you guess which ones.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Dominion. What do you think about Dominion being on that list?
I
Is
mean-
it a classic?
I mean, he said that when I said it that like Dune was kind of more classic-y. But I don't know. We disagree.
I'm curious in the comments on Dominion. I think Dominion belongs. I do.
I think it does.
As a gamer's modern classic or a gamer's classic, yes.
Yeah.
It will be put on a pedestal.
What about Magic the Gathering? That's like a
Absolutely.
card game that has become a classic. So I think a card game could become a classic. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
don't know.
All right, let's.
They need to package it a little better.
Yeah, buying the big boxes for
box
every
versus
single
the card
expansion,
game.
and then you still have to have the original game to play the expansion is a little much, especially for like people that aren't gamers. I get that,
Yeah.
but
I feel like
such a
it's all
good game.
dated too. Like the wording on the cards, it's like +1 action. If that just means you could do another thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a fresh game or
It could
non-gamer
be a little
even.
confusing. You're right.
Not grasp
Yeah, true. We've had to explain that. That is true.
Yeah.
But
that's to Dad, and he's
old.
he's not old. I play with old people that can play games.
No, I old. I didn't mean like age. Just like old school.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, if you're watching this and you want to try, I think Dominion. Try Dominion.
I think you should. I think Dominion is a good try.
great game.
We agree. Same wavelength.
Sorry.
Okay, well, my number 4 is a gamer's classic. And y'all already said it earlier and kind of were like, oh, no, not that one. But I put it on mine.
Is it Twilight Imperium?
Is it? It is.
Twilight and Imperium.
Oh, but it came out in 1997.
It is a classic.
They have reprinted it so many different times. I don't like the game, but it is such a classic. Like, even when I was first getting into board gaming, you go to the board game shops, it is there.
Yeah.
Like, it is a huge game. It is expensive. And so, like, I totally get people being like, absolutely not. Will grandma buy this game? Absolutely not. But it is such a good game, and people keep it. Like, it's almost like a collector's thing when it comes to board gaming in a
they
sense.
keep it, but the reason they keep it is because a new edition has come out and no one wants that old crappy one.
Maybe, but
Because they rework it.
yeah, I know what we're on 4.
Fourth, yeah.
4.
This is kind of making me think out of the box too. I didn't really think about like, Magic the Gathering or.
I thought about it.
Yeah, I think that'd be.
I thought about it, but I didn't put it on my list. Spoilers.
like Warhammer 40K or something.
I did not put those
Collectible
either.
things.
D&D
Yeah.
Are different
is a
thing.
classic.
I wouldn't say D&D is a board game.
Yeah, tabletop. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Magic is a TCG.
Yeah, so I mean, you could.
D&D is
Yeah.
Dominion, but yeah.
right.
All right, let's move along.
Yeah.
My number 3 is a lot different
You
from
look
the
confused
others.
from that.
I didn't see it for a second. I was like, did I forget 3? I'm gonna have to make one up on the fly. No, it's there. It is hot. I don't know if it's a hot take. I love this game. It is in Target. I know people who have played it and had a great time with it. Chameleon.
Okay.
Interesting
Chameleon
take.
is popular. It's on the shelves. I think this is being grandma's closet. It's a great game. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's like Spyfall.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hidden role game.
It's kind of a hidden role like Spyfall, but it kind of fixes a little bit of Spyfall because you actually have the topics in the middle. So if you don't know what the word is, you can kind of just look at it and try and come up with something relevant. Whereas Spyfall, you have no idea at all. You just, if you go first, you're just out.
Yeah, you're just screwed.
Yeah. But yeah, Chameleon is like a newer Spyfall. It kind of fixes that issue, and it's a great game.
I like it. We played it a lot with our families, and it's always a good time.
Always had a good time with it.
And when it comes to the table, it stays at the table for a hot minute. We don't just play, 1 or 2 rounds. So
a lot for like friends that come over
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
haven't played games. We played that a lot.
and it's accessible. It's really easy rules, really easy to get into. There's not a whole lot of intricacies. Does your card say you are the chameleon or does it not?
Yeah, but I guess the real question is whether or not it's classic. But I think it's in Target.
Mhm.
I've heard people who have played this game. I know it's
Yeah.
that's just my own what I've heard, but I think it is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh well.
I might have to disagree with that.
disagree.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't think people are going to know what that is in 10 years.
Yeah. Because
It's a fun game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
There's just something about it that doesn't have the staying power that somehow Spyfall has. I also prefer Chameleon over Spyfall.
yeah.
But some reason Spyfall being a deck of cards. I mean, Chameleon it kind of.
Someone will take my
Yeah, it
my
really
side in
is.
the comments.
Just a
No,
card
I
you flip
agree.
over.
Like I like the game more.
Well, not that, but whether or not it's classic. But yeah.
Oh, I to be honest, I didn't think it was very classic, but I mean, clearly, I think my opinions are a little skewed by my list.
I
But
don't even know if it'll get a reprint. Like, it was in Target for a while, but it's not there anymore.
Is it?
is it?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
my whole thing with it is that I feel
take it
like
off my list.
I feel like this genre of
I
game
think
and
it
like
does. Big Potato Games is the
Yeah.
publisher of that. I think they moved on from it as well. So
yeah, I feel like
just doing throw-
games like that is like a dime a dozen in a sense. Like they have snakes, they have chameleon.
they did reprint it once.
You know.
To a blue cover, I believe.
Huh.
Like I had the original green and white one, then they made a blue and purple one. But other than that, I don't think it's come back. But maybe it's right around the corner. I don't know.
That's all right. I'll take an L on that one.
We're on number 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
My number 3 is a crossover.
Ooh.
And I hate this game.
Oh boy.
Hold on, let me guess.
But it is.
So many hate.
The crossover that you hate.
I'm a picky gamer.
Hold on.
But
Learning that.
it's
Oh, is Pandemic?
No,
Okay, hold on. Let me try again.
it's Munchkin. It's Munchkin.
Put that high.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Well,
I agree.
because
Munchkin is
it's because I think that like so many people play it. They have so many expansions. I was trying to like Google the expansion number and I couldn't get a straight answer because not only do they have so many expansions, but they just have completely different games that are under the same Munchkin title, but they're like different than the original. And it's been around for so long. The first print was in 2001. And it still is making brand new. I think the latest one I saw was 2022.
Yeah, I think the first time we went into the big store Madness in Texas.
Yeah.
And I was like walking through it. Somebody was like, "Oh, you got to check out Munchkin. It's a really cool game." It's
Yeah.
And you were like,
"Well, I know. I was."
No, we
was
did.
my first. That's when I bought Dominion.
oh,
Yeah.
long ago. Okay.
Was it? Do we still own that game or did we get rid of
Munchkin.
it?
I think Denver has it.
I think we got rid of it. Yeah. But it's just because I'm not a huge fan of Take That. But I can appreciate that it is a very popular game, and that people tend to buy it. I think it's in Walmart. That might be wrong, but I think
Did it
I've
make
seen
your
it in
list?
Walmart.
We'll wait till the end.
I don't think it made my list.
No. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. Well, I feel like it's cooling. Enough gamers have
Maybe,
experienced it to where the fact that you can play it and it just rubs you the wrong way after so long is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's with gamers, it's cooling, but that doesn't mean. I mean, like one for example, that didn't make my list, but only because I don't like the game so much. Is Cards Against Humanity. I almost put it on there.
Yeah. But I think that one's cooling too. I think that had its big craze. I think it is. It had its big
Max.
craze, but now it's kind of like died
I
down.
don't think. I mean, it's not apples to apples isn't going to beat out Cards Against Humanity. I don't think. Maybe.
I think Cards Against Humanity still has the non-gamer pull.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And also, the company itself is still doing things that just gets people's attention.
Yeah. I think as people get more into the hobby and experience what's out there, games like Munchkin and Cards Against Humanity fall off for them.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
ones who don't, those games are still pretty popular. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people like that.
And I feel like Munchkin would be a game that you would like find in grandma's closet.
I see it being
Cards
a
Against Humanity.
gateway game for gamers.
Yeah.
Whereas Cards Against Humanity is just a non-gamer. It'll pull in on non-gamers. You won't
Yeah.
find Munchkin happening at some frat party.
Yeah.
But you will find Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, very
I
true,
agree.
very
No, I
true.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah, number 2.
Getting to the end.
Yeah, I'm
Number
curious.
2. This is a crossover.
Okay.
I can't give any hints without giving it away. So it is Azul.
That is really high on your list.
Azul is up there on this list.
Dang.
Great game.
I love it. I love that game.
It's everywhere. It's growing. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think
Yeah.
Azul is a true modern classic.
Have you
And a more modern than like Splendor. Because Splendor is a modern classic too, but it's a little older. Azul is a newer that I think is going to be around.
And I feel like Azul has
And I really like it.
so many different options now. They have multiple different expansions that completely change the gameplay.
Yeah, we really need to try them out.
I know. I haven't been able to do any of them.
Right?
Yeah, I have all of it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever played anything other than just base game.
I have not.
Yeah, but I've heard great things about all of them.
The
So-
most recent one's my favorite, which is Queen's Garden. Mm-hmm. It is definitely a more thinkier version of it, followed by Summer Pavilion. They're both pretty close. I'd say it got more complex as it went on.
Yeah. Because I think Chocolatier just kind of adds more tiles.
Chocolatier
right?
changes the coasters to have little abilities to it.
Okay. That's
so
cute.
if I pick that, then something happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
cute.
you're
I
gonna
like
get me on
that.
my rant about expansions and playing with new people or
Or being a completionist. I know expansions are hard for some people.
Because
But-
I always play with new people or people I don't want to explain new rules to, so I just play the base game.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't get the other stuff.
Well,
Yeah, that's an issue in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, we all suffer from it if we host board games. It happens.
yeah.
And also, that's a fault of having a larger collection as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what's yours?
My number 2 is a crossover.
I think we're getting the same.
I think we are past 6 at this point. It's Pandemic. I had played so much Pandemic. I played a hunk of a Legacy, and actually kind of sad that we never finished it. We kind of all spread to different states, and so we got all the way to September. We were so close to finishing it, and we didn't finish it. Yeah. It was season 1. I bought him season 0 for our wedding, and we played 2 games of it and never finished it.
It's still here, though?
It's still here. We still have it. I know. Maybe one day.
I've played all
Don't look at me.
3 Pandemics,
The Legacies?
the Legacies. And I've played the base game Pandemic, and they have expansions for that. I played there's one that's a hidden role.
Oh,
Not
that's
hidden
cool.
role, trader role. One person versus many, I guess is the best way to put it.
I think I would like that more in it.
Yeah, well,
That's fun.
I wish they made it more interesting because it definitely sounds more interesting. There's better games that do one versus many games.
Right.
Pandemic would not be one that I would recommend for that.
Well,
Because that person that's sitting on the sidelines, for one, Pandemic's already difficult.
yes.
I think, and plus it's an old design. I think it came out in like 2012 or 2011. And
2007.
no, the expansion On the Brink, it's called. It could have even been 2009. Then should you say 2007? It's just a victim of being an old design. Nowadays, they would give like the players more powers, therefore making the other person more powerful. I think it would be more fun that way.
Yeah.
So base Pandemic, I can agree with that being in Grandma's closet.
Yeah, and I don't think that us crossing over is so bad with us being married. I think a lot of these would be on a lot of people's lists.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's a testament to it being a true modern classic.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
kind of the
Dominion
point.
is a Wascom family modern classic, but I think Pandemic and Azul, I think those are common modern classics.
Yeah. The Pandemic and Azul are great.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1. It is a crossover.
Oh, of course it is. But which one
guess
is
it?
it?
Probably going over the 6.
Oh, man. It's Ticket to Ride. No, you said you forgot that one.
Ticket to Ride.
It's Code Names. It's Code Names, isn't it?
It is absolutely Code Names. You did not hype that game enough.
I mean,
have
I
never
like it.
not
It's
had
a
a
good
good time playing
game.
Code
It's a
Names.
good game.
I play it with everyone. I recommend it to everyone. Anyone who's talking about board game, I'm like, hey, try Code Names. Get Code Names.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing game.
It's a good that it's
And
a
you said
team
like
game, too.
Not a gamer game. Disagree. I'm a gamer.
Did I?
I love Code Names. I will play that game with you whenever you want.
I think I meant that, like, it's a game for non-gamers, too.
Yeah, it's anyone can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also love like clue giving and deductive deductive games. I said that earlier. Hint to my number 1 being Code Names. And it's on every shelf, everywhere, always. I don't think it's going anywhere.
And they even have, like, themed ones, which I feel like will draw in even more people. Like, they have a Disney one. They have a picture one, which
When
is
you get
great.
Disney, then you're
And they have a picture one, which I know is great for, like, you can do it with people that don't even speak the same language as you because it's just pictures.
Yeah.
So
I think they even have different languages.
Except when you have to give a clue.
didn't think about that one, but maybe if you're bilingual, who knows?
Yeah.
Fine. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game.
Fantastic game.
Number 1. Can you guess what it is?
Oh, I didn't think. What did I miss? Is it on my list? Was it
Yes.
crossover?
Yes.
Wingspan.
No. It's Catan.
Oh, yeah.
It's Catan.
Catan.
I mean, it
That
is
probably could have been.
a
It's not
classic.
going to top Code Names for me, but it could have maybe been like 3. It probably
It's a classic. I mean, I had every single Catan game and every single Catan expansion. Like, it was a good game and I enjoyed it. And it, had its lasting power and we got rid of them. But they, like you said, they're everywhere. They are everywhere. People know about it, even if they don't know about board games.
It seems like it's growing too.
Yeah. I mean,
As board games are getting bigger, that one is
Yeah.
almost paving the way still.
yeah, I think so. And it's simple mechanics, but it's also like
It's a good
strategy. It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a good game. And I think it is I think it has the lasting power. I think it is already a classic as it is.
Yeah.
And I think it has the lasting power of like Monopoly.
Wow.
I think it does.
Nah.
No. For sure.
No, you're wrong. But it's up there. It's up there.
Why?
Monopoly?
Come on now.
I don't come on now, me. Monopoly.
Okay, I think Monopoly gets its kicks because it's like kid friendly, and Catan is not as kid friendly. But they even have a Catan Junior.
Name one you couldn't find a person who doesn't know Monopoly. You could walk down the street, everyone knows.
Oh, that's true.
It's not the same.
true.
But look, I get what you're saying, and I.
But like lasting power.
Except for that one statement.
Lasting power of Monopoly. Maybe not as well known as
Catan,
Monopoly.
Monopoly, Twilight Imperium. They're all the same.
So,
Look, I had some hot takes on here, okay, but that's okay. I stand by them.
Jesse, tell us how we did. Give
well,
us
how many crossovers did you have?
Oh Lord. Okay.
those betting
Catan, Azul, Pandemic, Munchkin, Codenames, Dominion, and Splendor. We had 7.
Over.
Well,
7.
Dixit and Munchkin, although they weren't both on the list, but they
Okay, 8.
honorable mentions.
Yeah. 8.
Which ones
Jeez,
weren't?
I really could have
Wingspan and Everdell
done one
Chameleon.
list.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
So really, if just for the numbers, we had 7 crossovers.
Dang, we really should have just wrote one list.
Yeah, I mean, but for like you said, classics. They're classics for a reason. It's
Yeah.
hard to-
So I'm not mad about it. I feel like that, like I said earlier, proves that they truly are
yeah,
classic.
Yeah.
Other than like Dominion.
Until we find out the truth.
Okay.
No, this isn't necessarily the truth. I wrote down a bunch of them. I didn't put them in order, so these are just
Yeah.
ones that came to mind at the time.
Yeah.
First one that came to mind was Azul,
I love that game.
Azul. It's
Such a
modern
good game.
classic.
for
It's
sure.
A fantastic.
Wingspan was the second one I wrote down.
Dang.
But you agree with me on that.
Now here's the third one I wrote down. Neither of you put Quirkle.
I don't know what that game is.
I haven't played it. Yeah, but
Quirkle is with little wooden
Yeah.
tiles.
I don't think I've ever played that game.
is it? I haven't played. Is it like
No, they're tiles
LCR or
No,
Jenga?
no.
That's what I think of when I think of Quirkle. Yeah.
They're wooden tiles and
They're
they have
sequins.
shapes on them. Think like Azul basically has a pattern on it. Usually it's like a diamond, and then they're different colors. And you're building them on a board, and you're scoring for either having the symbols be the same or the colors be the same. And you build them out much like a Scrabble board, by the way, Scrabble, but that's already classic.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't put
Yeah,
that
I
one.
would-
But
Yeah.
That's like putting
Quirkle-
sorry.
Quirkle's one on each right. Yeah,
I've heard that one was good. I haven't played it though.
I don't think I've ever heard of that, but I do
It's
love.
not like a big name, but it's in Target.
I do
and
love
it's
set
very
collection.
popular.
So one that is not going to be a modern classic, but I still wrote it down because I like the game and it resonates here is Word Slam.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
Drew
many
and his
people.
friend love Word Slam.
Yeah, it resonates like with all the gamers I know. It's not like, why isn't this game getting reprinted? Or it's out of print right now, hard to find. Wits and Wagers.
Oh, I didn't think about that one, but yeah, I definitely agree.
There were some like friends of ours who aren't gamers that are playing that
Yeah,
the other day.
Yeah, it's a great game.
everyone knows that game.
It's good to play with people who you haven't gamed with. It gives you a chance to know them a little more because people are writing their own answers and stuff like that. Another one that does that is Say Anything, where people can write their own thing. That is a game in Target. Let's see, Codenames was written on here.
Code name.
Probably hit a lot of the little kind of party games too, like maybe even Just One or
Yep.
Herd Mentalities in Target.
Yeah, just one.
Blank Slates.
No
probably.
thanks. When you played recently.
He loved it. He came back and loved it, and he was like, "We have to get that game."
Yeah. One I wrote down that probably not many people have played because it went out of print for a long time, but it's back in print now, is a game called Yinch.
I played it.
Yeah, it's a 2-player game. Probably Josh played it with you, right?
Yeah.
Because he played it with me. He's like, I got to get this game. So
Yeah, I
That's funny.
think that one's not super popular, right?
I've never
it
heard
is
of
not. But if we're talking about a gamer's classic, it's one that will probably still be in print,
Yeah.
but not found often.
Okay, well, I feel better about my Gloomhaven / Twilight Imperium.
Yeah.
If Jesse's
Yeah,
doing
Jesse-
gamers
I've got a
classics.
list
Of
you.
games that, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Catan, of course, was on here.
Yes.
Hive is on here.
I almost put that one.
One that I have on my list that didn't make the 10 was Seven Wonders.
Seven Wonders, I've considered it.
Yeah.
As far as preference go, I prefer Seven Wonders Architects.
Never played that
I haven't
one.
played that one.
And if somebody wants to play Seven Wonders, I would introduce them to a game called Arcana Rising, which takes what they do in Seven Wonders but adds a bit more fun to it, I guess.
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, Seven Wonders is fine. It's fine.
I had the-
It holds up. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the original print of Seven
We
Wonders,
still have it.
and we called it, but because we never played it. But it's a good game. We played it a lot.
Telestrations was on my list.
That's one you
So,
just
yeah,
said.
I just said, yeah, kind of like any party, but those kind of belong in the party game. 'Cause there's a lot
true.
of them. There's like, Blank Slate, Just
Well,
One,
I think Telestrations is kind of
maybe, like,
in a
Wavelength
league
is pretty popular.
in a league of its own in a sense
I do
because
agree. No, I agree.
yeah, Telestrations is kind of everywhere, and it kind of is like charades almost. Like everyone knows about telestrations.
Pictionary and telephone.
Pictionary is kind of what I meant. Yeah.
But no, I agree. Telestrations is cut above the others
Yeah.
And
as
then
far as classic goes.
Dixit, I think that was mentioned, and I put Stella in parentheses because I do think Dixit, of course, is more popular. I prefer Stella.
Well, Stella's new-ish, right? It's only a few years old.
Yeah, it's only a few years. And finally, Castles of Burgundy. I think that'll stick around.
Oh, I almost put that one.
I did have one gamer game that didn't make the list either, written down. Root.
You
Root
think?
is gonna stick.
I don't know.
There's a pretty big cult following.
Yeah, but I feel like cult followings tend to.
Oh, you
tend
take
to-
Twilight Imperium, and when I mention cult following,
Look, Twilight Imperium is a gamer's game. I feel like anyone who is like a board gamer has played or has at least seen Twilight Imperium. And I feel like, even if you're like an older gamer or a newer gamer, but I feel like Root is like, I guess because it's so new. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to last as long. It's a
Let us
great
know what
game.
you think will last the test of time in the comments below. Subscribe while you're here. Anybody else have anything to say? Of course not.
actually.
Until next time, the box is closed.